a sugarless hooker waitress, model actress, oh just go nameless. Honeysuckle, she's full of poison. She obliterated everything she kissed. Now she's fading somewhere in Hollywood. I'm glad I came here when y'all found us flash.
Hello, welcome back to Model Actress Whatever. This is episode 2. It's gonna be Bradley Soileau. I know I said I was gonna put Retina up, but I am still not on iTunes. So the response I got from Porcelain Black is awesome. The YouTube video already got 600 views, and she hasn't even retweeted it yet. So I thought I'd give you Porcelain Black fans some more juice with her lovely husband, Mr. Bradley Soileau. And all those model actress fans out there, your first model, he's a male model. In the industry, they are a secondary character to female models. But nonetheless, he is a famous international model. Probably best known for his role with Lana Del Rey in her music video. Speaking of music videos, I just finished mine. I don't know when I'm going to put it out. It's crazy. Basically, this weekend, I did my Florida gig in Florida, Fort Lauderdale Hard Rock, and it was crazy. I was mad at somebody, and then I was just being psycho on the plane and watching The Wanted, and I wanted to fuck every single one of those guys. Basically, I arrived to Fort Lauderdale, I checked into my hotel, I took a shower, and then I promptly packed all my 2 bags and went to the casino. It was probably 10 o'clock. I was too mad to hang out in an empty hotel room. So I promptly withdrew $1,000 and played the $10 slot machines and promptly lost the $1,000 without interruption. So you can just say I'm a bad gambler. I don't gamble. So this was the first time I ever did it, a little bit out of spite. I promptly went to some restaurant to be sullen by myself and listen to podcasts. And then I ended up making friends with the waitress and the manager of the restaurant. I think it's called Noodles. What's up, Noodles, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. They walked in with me at my gig, and they drank my bottle, and then I DJ'd till midnight and till 3 a.m. And then I took a taxi and went to the airport and did a little no sleep, flew back to LA. It was the Grammys this week. I did not participate in anything, although last year I was Grammy nominated and attended the Grammys. So how quickly things can change. One year you're sitting in the Grammys, the next year you're out $1,000 and 24 hours with no sleep. But Skrillex won again. Just kidding. So here's the lowdown for my next dates. I will be playing March 1st, The Wall, Miami. That's located in the W Hotel. Then I will be DJing the 24-hour cotton fashion show that will be streaming on MTV.com. And then I will playing Las Vegas March the 20th. That's a Wednesday at the STK Las Vegas. That's my DJ gigs. There's a lot of other things I got going on. Just auditioning, being a loser, not booking. It's still pilot season in LA. I've only got out for 2 pilots. Yeah, no callbacks on that. Basically, I've been obsessed with my podcast, and I hope you are too. It was my birthday. It was a big birthday. I had a surprise birthday party. It was super fun. I got so trashed. It was so many shots. The next day I felt like hell. And of course I turned this age, and the first day I'm puking all day. So happy birthday to me. All right, enough. Back to the podcast. Model, actress, whatever. I hope you're digging this. Bradley Soileau, the gentleman, the weed dealer, the hot dude. Let's go. So, hi.
Hello.
What's your full name? It's Bradley.
My full name is Bradley Chedister Cabaness Soileau, but it's pronounced Soileau because it's like French. That's probably not even a good pronunciation, but it's a French last name.
And so, this podcast is called Model, Actress, Whatever. Mm-hmm. So I think you would fall into the model category.
Model category, or the whatever category.
I like the whatever.
It can be either or.
So, what is what would people know you from?
Let's see. 2 Lana Del Rey videos. It's the big one that everyone would know me from.
Lana Del Rey.
Yeah. So I did the Born to Die video, and then I did the Blue Jeans video.
And how did that happen?
Just through my agency. It was right when I started modeling, or 2 months after I started modeling, and my agent was just like, yo, there's this new girl that's about to blow up, Lana Del Rey, and he showed me the video games video, and he's like, they want you for this video, it's gonna be shot in New York, blah blah blah. It's all this craziness. Then then I got canceled. Then then they had a casting, and then some other kid got booked and got canceled, and then finally it ended up being me, shot in Paris or whatever. But the director, Yoann Lemoine, our Wood kid, he is a really good friends with this photographer, Armin, forget his last name. And that's kind of how they found me, because they were hanging out at a bar talking about he was oh, I'm about to direct this video, and we're looking for this tattoo kid, and the photographer was yo, I just shot this kid. And so that's how it came about, really.
Okay.
Exactly.
So let's super rewind. Rewind, because Lana Del Rey, she blew up. Everyone's like, who's that hot guy? And it happened. But I'm sure, you didn't mean to become a model.
No. I never was yo, I'm gonna be a model.
I feel like it's funny because it's in this day and age, it's I don't know, when I started modeling, there was no America's Next Top Model to be and then this happens, and then this happens. But where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from Louisiana.
Okay.
I was born in Baton Rouge, raised in New Orleans.
Nolans. And, so, what's your background?
What do you mean?
What, are your parents rich? Are they poor? What's going on?
Let's see. Parents...
Because...
My dad and my mom never got married. They just had me when they were in high school. It was an accident. Parents weren't rich. My dad married my stepmom when I was about 3 so that they could have custody of me, because my mom was a shithead.
Tell me how you really feel about it.
I could go hours about my mom. But so they're just middle class American, just trying to scrape by. My dad had night job and day job. My stepmom was going to school.
What area of jobs is he?
Well, when he started off, he was when I was young, he was working at a hospital, stripping and waxing floors and stuff.
So manual labor.
Yeah, manual labor, and then gradually he got into security alarm installation, and now he is part owner of his own security alarm company. So that's cool. But
that's good.
When I was a kid, none of that was going on. It was just
So Baton Rouge style is pretty gnarly in New Orleans.
Yeah, it's a lot of partying. It's a lot of, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the place. It's kind of boring.
Really? Because people from New Orleans are so I love New Orleans.
It's the common big kid in a small town kind of situation, you know? Like, I wanted more than what Louisiana would ever have to offer. And
Okay,
like,
so when was the escape?
18.
18.
Left.
18.
Or like, probably 17 I left and went to Florida for a little bit.
That's the same with me. My escape was 17.
Yeah.
Then I left my state at 18.
Word. Yeah, I like... Well, my escape from my parents was 14.
Oh,
yeah.
shit. So,
Yeah,
okay.
like,
so were you street urchin at 14 years old?
Yeah, street urchin at 14 years old. Had like, you know...
What are you doing? Are you turning tricks? What's going on?
No, I actually... I worked at McDonald's for a
you
while.
You work at McDonald's when you're 14?
If you have, like, parental, like, signature or whatever, like, if your parents are like, yeah, you have to get a job.
So you were, like, full McDonald's employee?
Yeah, full McDonald's employee, and then, I, like, saved my money, and, I started a lawn service, basically, so, like, I had a truck, I had a, like, trailer, and I had, like, a riding lawnmower and weed eater and stuff, and I did that for a while, and, like...
So you're talking 14, like, what, 16 to 18?
Like, 16 to, like, 18, yeah. 17,
and, like,
18.
what were you listening to? Were you...
Oh, I was, like, super into, like, punk and hardcore. Like,
hardcore kid.
Yeah.
Do you have some... I'm sure you have some hardcore tattoos.
Oh, yeah, I got some straight edge tattoos.
Are you a total straight edge kid,
Yeah,
huh?
I used to be a total straight edge kid, yeah.
No, and you live in New Orleans?
For, like, a really long time, too, till I was, like...
Does that explain the plugs?
21 or 22, probably. Yeah. And all the
Every
excessive
hardcore kid
tattoos.
has plugs.
Yeah. It's, like, part of the lifestyle, I guess.
Yeah.
All your, like...
So where are your straight edge tattoos? Was that the beginning of the tattoos?
Yeah, my first tattoo was a straight edge tattoo. It was on my arm, and then I got it covered up because I got bigger X's on my leg, on the back of my leg.
Of course you have X's on the back of your calf.
What straight edge kid didn't have X's on the back of their calf? Like...
Dude, yeah, I grew up. Yeah. I worked at a all ages punk club, and that was
awesome. You saw a lot
the
of
MO. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're 18, fucking been on the streets since you're 14.
Since 14.
So I'm assuming you don't have a high school diploma.
No, I have my GED.
You have a GED.
Yeah.
Cool.
I did that because I like dropped out of high school. And then later on, I got in some trouble and went to jail. And while I was there, I got my GED.
Do you have jail tattoos?
Yeah, my whole right arm is like the whole sleeve's like from prison.
Let me see. Okay, he's taking off his jacket, people. And we're looking, and they look pretty good did it hurt?
It hurt way worse than a real tattoo because it's like, it's just one needle and it's not a real needle. It's made like with a spring, but it's pretty good work for like.
So is this like
needle.
The dude in jail is just like going nuts?
Yeah, he was just like.
And he loved you because he was like, I
draw
get
some stuff on you.
Wow. And so I'm looking at an upside down cross, a misfit skull. We got
crazy mushroom.
An angry mushroom.
Yeah. Prison tower.
A prison tower with a tornado.
Like a clock.
And a clock. What is this? Waste.
Spider web. It says waste away. Like
waste away time.
Basically, yeah.
So how long were you in jail for?
2 years.
That's a while. How did you because you're kind of like street kid? Did the jail? Did the structure do you good or bad? Or?
I don't think the structure of jail does anyone good.
Are you pretty like anti the correctional system?
Yeah. I mean, who isn't though? Like when it comes down to it, it's, you have people who do stuff wrong and they're in jail, and then you got people who don't do anything wrong that are in jail, and it's just like.
So what did you do anything wrong to be in jail?
Yeah.
What can I ask?
Like, I'll just keep it at grand theft.
Okay, grand theft. All right.
Keep it at that.
And so it happened, and you got out, and then, so how old were you when you got out?
I was like halfway through 21. So like 21.
Okay, so, but were you in Florida, or where were you? You were in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
The wing of the United States. Total dickhead.
Dude, that's like, it's a police state. It's like just crazy.
Yeah,
it's really rough over there.
So take me to New York City. What's going on?
Okay, so I get out of jail. I go back home to Louisiana for a while, like not long, and then I move to New York. Like I want to say like 4 years ago now. It had been, and moved there. My really good friend E Nasty from Louisiana, like.
Who is E Nasty and what is he doing?
E.
And why
Nasty-
is his name E Nasty?
E Nasty's name is Eric, but he's the nastiest dude of the nasty, so we call him E Nasty. He's just a crazy guy. He was in the military. He got out and he just got crazy. He used to be straight edge, and now he just gets real trippy. He likes to do a lot of drugs.
Is he an acid head or is he like a nasty,
He's like
gnarly?
anything. Like let's just do.
He's
all
gonna
of
take
it.
the thing off, like the cigarette and the
Yeah.
ashtray.
No,
cigarette.
not like that. But like he'll do a lot of drugs and then like party really hard.
So then you and the drug addict dude.
No, he's like he just was like, yo, I'm moving to New York. His like lifetime friend, his friend since they were like a year old, went to Columbia. So he's like, yo, I'm gonna move to New York, you should move to New York. And I was like,
Down for whatever.
yeah, I've never was like one of those kids like, oh, I gotta go to New York, like I didn't care. And so
did you
I just
even
did
know
it.
about fashion?
No, I had no idea about fashion.
So what do you do? Like, what did you do? Like, was it just like I had a truck and then the trajectory is just like shit didn't happen on your big heist and then
Yeah, pretty much. Like I was just going through life. I didn't care, didn't know what I was gonna do, like didn't have like any idea of like repercussions from my actions, and so like I just was like living. And then like I moved to New York and I'm still just living. Like no plans, like I have money saved from work.
So give me like the breakdown of your New York first place you were living.
Okay, New York. I moved to New York. We're living in Harlem, 125th and St. Nicholas. We live in this. It's like
With
a 3-bedroom.
E-Nasty?
Yeah.
E Nasty.
So E Nasty and my friend Paul, which is his friend, and I met him when I moved to New York. So there's Paul and E Nasty.
And you're 21.
When I'm in New York, how old was I?
22.
Like 26. So yeah, like 22-ish. So we live in this 3-bedroom apartment, and it's like really trashy, and I have like this little. I was sleeping in the living room actually, because E Nasty had this little room, Paul had a room, and then we had this other kid that stayed there. His name's Shrek, and he's part of Dipset, like
Okay.
like Santana, Joel Santana, and all them, and he like stayed there and like sold like like drugs out of the place or whatever, and then so like yeah, it was like we live here. I didn't have a job. I had like money saved, and I like started hanging out with these kids, and I find out like Paul's like this crazy like huge weed dealer in like New York, like big deal, like Mob Deep comes over to the house, like really weird stuff. Like this is like real serious. I start meeting like all these like huge like hip hop producers and like rappers and stuff because they're all like getting weed from homie, and like he goes to Colombia and he's just selling mad weed to all these people. It was like a real crazy situation, and so like I got there and I'm living in this like shithole, sleeping on the couch, and I start like selling weed, and we get like kicked out, like 4 months of me living there, and we like get evicted because they were like already getting evicted. And I moved to like Harlem, and I started selling weed like by myself, like because I was just making deliveries.
And what are you listening to? What are the songs you're listening to right now?
Now I'm listening to like
Not now, but like at that time.
Like at that time I'm listening like hip hop.
Just all hip hop.
Yeah.
Slanging weed.
Yeah.
New York City.
Yeah.
Tatted up from jail.
Yeah. Like very into like I just found out about like limited quantity sneakers because they don't have that in Louisiana. So like I was going nuts buying like all these like dunks and stuff, and this was it for like 2 years, I think, because I've only been modeling for like a year.
Did you like
almost 2 years now?
Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
So like, and you were in New York. Were you like into the whole Williamsburg hipster?
No, I didn't know anybody.
Nothing.
I didn't know like people like that. So like I knew all all my customers, all these Columbia University students that were like all these nerds, and then like rappers and like Dominican, Puerto Rican kids, and like these were like my friends. So like I wasn't into the hipster scene. I was like hanging out with like all these Jersey kids, like all these kids that are like producers that were like coming out. Like my homie Develop, who produces for like Lil Wayne and stuff, and my homie Filthy, and he produces for Lil Wayne, and he lives in the Bronx and shit, and like all these kids are like my friends.
Who's like your go-to tattoo guy in New York City?
Nobody.
No,
we had a guy, this guy Pace.
Just your roommate from jail.
Yeah. No, we had our homie Pace, because my friend Eric was in the military in Colorado, and so he got a sleeve from this guy Pace in Colorado, and he started coming to New York and tattooing us and like all our friends for like really cheap, just like stay at our apartment and like tattoo.
Just
us.
to let everyone know this, he has a tattoo on his forehead.
I have a tattoo on my forehead and then one on the side of my face.
Oh, let me see the one on the side of your face. Okay, it's like super colorful. He's got like
it's a pair of zombie praying hands.
He has
and then
zombie
the bone
praying
from the wrist turns into a needle on the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you got like a DJ zombie going on the side of your face. Yeah. And so I have like a weird tattoo face, like on the face tattoo. Like I love to Google on Tumblr like
really
face tattoos.
Tattoos on Tumblr.
It's like a mixture of like fear and
like a sketch and like this person is crazy.
So like what was the moment? What was the first face tattoo?
In Louisiana, actually, like right when I got out of jail, I was like, yo, I want to get my face tattooed, and I got like my homie shut down their shop so he could do it because like the shop boss wouldn't let him tattoo my face.
Wait, which one was the first?
The first one was the forehead.
Which says...
It says War Inside My Head, which is a Suicidal Tendency song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going for the...
Yeah, I just went for it. Everybody's like...
Wait, what? So like, what?
Okay.
Give me like when the needle is going and hitting your skull. Are you
it doesn't even hurt.
Is it just like what was the like feeling? Was it like
I'm just
fuck everything or just
kind of? Like, it was a little bit like.
I'm sure there has to be a lot of emotion going on.
Not really, not so much. More like just like a lack of caring. So I'm just like. I don't care what happens to me in life, so I'm just gonna get my face tattooed. And like, people are either gonna be like, yo, you're crazy, or they're just gonna be like, cool, like, or they'll hate me, one or the other.
It's very like confronting. You know what I mean?
I really don't think it's much of anything. Like for me, it's just like whatever. But I guess like, to like the regular person, they're probably like, yo, like this is like real serious. Like this is kind of scary. Maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
Is
like,
it?
A little kid sees you, and they're like...
Do they really think it's scary?
No, but what little... Okay, you tell me. What do little kids say?
Little kids don't say anything to me.
They don't?
Not around little kids, like, ever.
Ever.
I don't think. Yeah. And, like, if I am, it's, like, friend of a friend's little kid, so they're gonna be, like, a nice little kid anyways.
Because, it's just, like... I think the bravery, or it's just that I don't give a fuck. I think
it's bravery. It's just I don't care. It's because there's nothing brave about it. It's like if I really wanted to like say how I felt, it was like a stupid idea. If I haven't become a model, like there's a big chance I would probably got shot and killed in New York selling weed, like legitimately. Because like,
tell me, did you have any near-death experiences?
Oh, I got robbed at gunpoint by two dudes when I lived in Harlem selling weed.
So that's a message to all the little kids out there.
Don't sell drugs.
If you sling, go.
Yo, just do it real smart. Like, don't...
You might get shot.
Don't let anybody know where you live. That's the biggest one.
Don't do that.
Don't let anyone know where you live. You don't have anyone ever come to your house if you sell drugs. But yeah, like, I figure this is like a big, like, life stopper for me. It's like... And it was part of it. It was like, for me, it's like...
Well, it determined your path.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I have this. I have my hands tattooed. I have my face. Like, now it's like, I have to do something that isn't the normal thing to, like, achieve, like, a goal in life. Like, make money.
So then, like, when you're... Well, you didn't achieve your Grand Larson goal.
No.
So
that didn't work.
That didn't work out.
No.
But you're in New York. When did you get held up, and what was this like?
It all worked like clockwork. It's really crazy. So I like in July it'll be 2 years of me modeling. So I'd say 2 years. So like let's say like 2 years and 5 months ago. Or like not that long ago, actually.
Don't worry, no one's counting. No one's counting.
2 years ago. Like 2 years ago, is when it happened, like legitimately, and that's when it happened, and that's when I had to like move out of my spot, and I quit selling I quit picking up new customers and selling like weed in like large amounts. I kind of cut down to just like people I've been selling to for the whole time I've been in New York that I trusted. And kept it at that. Kept it really small, enough to just pay bills and like keep my life like how it was. Yeah. And then I moved, and I guess like I was just struggling. I couldn't get a job. I was like barely selling weed. I had learned how to DJ like right when I moved to New York because I met Develop. And he was a big DJ when he was younger, and so like I had taught myself to DJ. So I was kind of like DJing here and there, like trying to like make a little extra money and stuff. And like it was like a 4 or 5 month period that things were just kind of like sketchy. Like I didn't have a lot of money. I was like really stressed out.
He's making this face that's like biting his lip, and his hands are out, like really like clenching at the air, like.
But
he looks. That was was that like the darkest time?
Like, I feel like in New York it was my darkest time. It was like really stressful. Like I almost died. Like there was another situation that occurred where a friend of mine like got shot in that period of time, and it was like over selling drugs and stuff, and things like in New York like were really crazy when it came to like selling weed, because like a lot of people were like wanting money, and like it was just like hectic. And then like I was in the Lower East Side going to sell DVDs, and that's when like I became a model. My agent he's not even my agent anymore, but he was my agent.
You can name names.
Scouted me. His name's Dave Fothergill. He's with Red.
With Red. Yeah. This podcast, we're naming names.
Okay, we're naming names.
Naming names.
No subtle shots. But yeah, so he stopped me on the street, and he was just like, "Yo, you want to model?" And I was like,
"Whatever."
I don't know. Like people had said like maybe I should model and stuff, but I was like, nah. And so like he gave me he didn't have his card. But he told me, like, he's with Red or whatever, and I was like, I didn't know what that was, but I Googled it, and they're, like, top legit. 10. They were, like, a legit agency, so I was like, all right. I went in, had, like, the go-see, they took digitals, and then, like, called me back, like, a couple days ago, sent me to some castings, and I signed my paperwork. It was, like, right after July 4th weekend.
And so, what, like, I find it, like, crazy to be a male model.
It's probably a lot better in your position than it is being a male model.
Yeah. I feel like, well, female models it's like
you get treated a lot better than dude. I mean, it kinda. You get a lot more money in like perks.
Do you know that there's only like 4 industries or something that women get paid more than men, and modeling is one of them.
Yeah. The women's fashion industry, it's for women.
Hey, all the. Okay, that's 4 professions out of a million.
So what?
We'll take this one.
At least it's a good one. I feel.
But like no, but what I'm hearing is you're like it's. I feel like modeling is not someone. It's not something that people choose.
I feel like people who choose modeling don't do it. Like I've met kids, like. On, like, smaller shoots or, like, magazine shoots or something where they need, like, extra type kids that are, like, model-y but not real models. Like, not a named model would be, like, extra. And, like, these are kids that want to be a model and aren't with an agency and don't have what it takes to be a model. Tumblr. Yeah, like, Tumblr famous or whatever. And, like, I feel like kids who want to model don't make it. It's, like, a chance thing. I'm sure there's some kids that were like big models that were like, went to an agency, but maybe it was like due to family or whatever.
It's called it's a mantle, or it's something that you're like you can't control that you're 5'9" and up, or you can't like there's
everyone's like, you're so talented. I'm like, yeah, my parents had sex and now I get my picture taken. I'm so talented. Like,
Yeah, it's definitely a mind fuck. But so with being a male model, like it's what do you feel like? Do you feel like your shelf life is longer? I feel like the shelf life
is definitely longer, especially
Let's talk about the positive things about being a male model.
positive things about being a male model, your shelf life. I feel like if I like stayed on top of it and stayed in shape, especially the way the world, like mainstream world is going, I could do this till I was like 35. If I like
40, 50.
maybe tattoos come into play when you're 40, 50. Maybe when I'm 40 and 50, it'll be cool. Like, you know, like to be like a good looking 40 or 50-year-old dude in a suit and like a Dolce ad or something.
I feel like,
but not tattooed guys. That's
tattooed.
the thing. There's no old tattooed model dudes. Like, there's just young tattooed model dudes.
Well, okay, so take me back to your first shoot. What was actually take me to your most fucked shoot.
My most fucked shoot. I really haven't had a fuck shoot. Like, I haven't had something where I was like, oh, I hate this. Like, everything's been cool. Like, especially like for being like heavily tattooed. Like,
so what happened?
You get picked for cool stuff.
No,
like,
yeah,
it's more like.
And so is it? So you had signed up, and then immediately you were on Lana Del Rey fame.
No, let's see. It was like 2 months of like not a lot of anything actually. Like 2 months of like being stressed out, like shooting editorials and not making any money. Like that's what it was. And then boom, the Lana thing happened. But like,
so what was your biggest campaign you shot?
Biggest campaign I've shot? I think I've shot like huge campaigns. Let's see. I'd say like I like haven't shot like huge campaigns. I like missed out because I like don't work out and stuff. So like I missed out on like I missed out on like a Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance campaign, which like
because they were like you're chubby.
I'm just not cut. You know, the Jean Paul Gaultier dudes like mad buff. They got like super buff dudes. Like so like I missed out on that. I've done like Eden jeans. That was pretty big, I guess. I've done like a bunch of stuff in Hong Kong, I guess. Like 5-centimeter denim in Hong Kong. I guess
was it in? Did you travel?
Did it in New York actually? Yeah.
Did you? Were you able? Have you done the whole like? I'm going to.
I've done. No, I haven't done that. I've only done Paris and Milan.
And so take me to your first time in Paris.
First time in Paris was...
You're like a jailbreak.
Yeah. First time in Paris, I'm like... It was for the Lana video. So the whole way this worked out is I get casted for it. It was going to be in New York. Then they switch it to Paris. And they weren't going to pay me anything. Then they're going to pay me a bunch. And then it went... I didn't have a passport. And so, let's say... I applied for my passport on Thursday, and I was supposed to leave Monday the next week to go to Paris. So Thursday I apply, I don't get my passport Monday. I don't get my passport Tuesday. I get my passport Wednesday, 20 minutes after they said if he doesn't get it by this time, if he doesn't get it by noon, we have to cancel him and get someone else. 20 minutes after noon, I get it, and I call my agent. He's like, go get your stuff. You're going straight to the airport. You're going to Paris.
It's like, you're going to Paris!
Yeah, and so, like, I'm like, because I was like, I was going to quit modeling if it didn't happen.
Why? Why are you so totalitarian? You quit
because it was, like, 2 months of, like, me, like, paying money to do it. Like, paying for transportation, paying for food, paying for this, paying for that, and shooting for free, shooting magazine editorials, not making any money, losing out on everything that was, like, a money job, and, like, getting all this static about, like, my forehead tattoo, because, like, when I first started, there weren't all these, like, tattooed models. Like, now there's, like, a bunch of tattooed models all the time. Like, that's all I see now is, like, tattooed models. But when I started, it was, like, there was Zombie Boy, and, I know, but there was Zombie Boy and there was me. And there was, like, I think his name's
about Zombie Boy.
Daniel Bamdad or Bandad or something, and he's got, like, a tattoo on his face and stuff.
Tell me about Zombie Boy.
Zombie Boy's like really nice. I don't know him past. I shot with him once, and he was like super nice. Like, super duper nice kid.
Zombie Boy is like, is he a kid? What age is he?
He's like, yeah, I think he's like my age, maybe like 26.
So like,
something like that.
so his, like, you won't see him age.
No. I mean, he'll get wrinkly, and like due to like his tattoos, like some of them being older, they might like fade or like look kind of like weird later on. But like, yeah, he's not gonna really.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Face tattoos
Dude,
are my
like,
secret obsession.
He's a like crazy looking guy, and he's like super nice.
So when he's talking to you, are you like, how do you...
I'm just talking to him because it's like, all right, you got face tattoos.
Okay,
cool,
let's go
I
back
got
to
face
Lana Del Rey.
tattoos. All right, Lana Del Rey.
So give me some juice on Lana Del Rey.
I don't have any juice on Lana Del Rey. No, I'm like not gonna speak much on Lana Del Rey. I don't have like a lot of things to say about that situation. I feel like she's probably like really nice. Like, I just feel like that whole camp is contrived, and like, I feel they like tried to screw me. They tried to screw me over like 2 times, like with
just
money
shit.
Like
dude,
trying to use my image, like on vinyl, on like you're selling DVD. I mean, like records with my picture on it, and I'm not getting money from it, and it's like.
It's usage.
Yeah, and like they just tried to do so many things, and we had to like sue them and like all this like stupid stuff. My agency,
Lana Del
Rey. My agency sued their people or whatever.
So tell me about the Lana Del Rey lawsuit. Is it?
Oh, I don't know. It's nothing.
Is it going? Is it
no?
finished?
They gave me like $1,000.
That's it?
Yeah, it was nothing. It was
Fuck.
like a bunch of like.
Do you know what? Like we're here to break disillusionment or like the impression that like
just
people
that
make
it
money.
won't be broken. It's never gonna be broken. I feel like because like the whole industry is smoke and mirrors. The disillusion of like me being rich and balling is never gonna be broken. Everyone's always gonna think because I did these magazine shoots that I'm some rich guy. Everybody, all my friends were like, dude. Why are you asking me to borrow money? Like, you're like this world-renowned model. I'm like, dude, you make no money off this stuff. Like, every magazine I do, which I've done like 1 million, I get paid for. Editorial is free.
Let's break the cycle. Editorial does not pay.
Editorial does not pay, and like kids like me like are heavy editorial workers because like.
You're the cool
it's all
guy.
Cool for editorial, but when it comes to like paying me money,
see, I'm the opposite. I was never cool, but
yeah,
like,
you
the Gap
just,
is like, hey.
Yeah, well, I wish I was that. I would much prefer being like cool with the Gap than the coolest editorial.
Hence, I have no tattoos.
Yeah, I know.
It's basically.
If
like,
I'd have ever thought in my life that this would have been my life, I'd have never got tattooed.
No, but I mean,
and
then
at
the same time,
from a young age.
At the same time. You bring such a different look. Like, you may just be like a guy, a cute, skinny, androgynous guy. Like, but they have 1 million of those. Yeah. So like you would have never stood out. And
But I don't care about the standing out. For me, it would have been the money. And I feel like a cute, skinny, androgynous guy, I'd have made way more money if I had no tattoos than I would now.
True. So what? So you sued Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
Do you have like any so take me to moving to LA. So has modeling kind of run its course in New York City?
No. I got married and moved here. So
who did you marry?
I married Porcelain Black.
Who is she?
She is a pop singer. I don't want to say a pop singer. She's a recording artist.
Tell me all about it. What happened?
We met actually when I was shooting my second Lana Del Rey video here in LA, and I met her through friends. My friend Develop is on her producer Red One's team as a producer, and then my friend Rivington is on Red One's team as a songwriter. So like they like hung out with her or whatever, and then a mutual friend of me and hers, Devin. Miles Devin, sorry, like, told her to, like, hit me up or whatever, and so we met up when I was here, and it was just, like, she was just super rad, and we, like, we hung out while I was here, and then went back to New York, and we, like, stayed in touch, and then I flew out to, like, Santa Cruz for this, like, DJ like this rave thing I was DJing, and like got them to fly her out, and we stayed there for like a week, and just hung out, and then we went back to New York and hung out and got married.
And hung out and got married. Give me deets. Give me deets.
Oh, we just got married. Like, we were just like, hey, let's get married. And that's exactly what we did.
Okay. How's
like,
married life?
Married life's cool. Married life is...
So from the jailbird yayo to marrying Porcelain Black, give me like 5 things you love about Porcelain. Why did you marry Porcelain?
Because she's who she is. She's awesome. Like, she's like my best friend. Like, we had like so much in common, and we just like had fun, and like I just never like meshed with someone like that easily, that quickly. And like, that's like, I don't know, like it's hard to explain, because it's like,
because I've hung out with people, but I don't really marry them that much.
yeah, I mean, me too.
So it was like a quickie wedding, like it was.
It's like,
was it
very
like
rock
a
and
dare?
roll. We were like,
was it
no,
like
it wasn't
Bianca
a
Jagger?
dare. It wasn't like a dare. It was just like
Bianca Jagger moment.
I don't even know their situation. What was their situation?
They like went to the like Bianca Jagger wore like a white pantsuit with a big white hat, and they went to the city hall and fucking...
Oh no, actually, see, I rented out this garden in the East Village, and that's where we got married. But
by who?
By this Jewish lady. This Jewish, like...
And did anyone come?
Yeah, E. Nasty was there, my homie Devella, Rivington, like all my friends, and then a couple of her friends, and like her publicist and stuff like that. Whoever was in New York, because like her family's not in New York, her friends.
So give me the first time you meet Porcelain's parents.
Oh man,
what are Porcelain Black's parents?
I met her mom.
The in-laws
in New York. I want to say, was it after we got married or before? It's like a day before or after, something like that. Something weird, because they couldn't make it on the day of, and her mom's a super sweetheart. Like, her mom's a super sweetheart. And then I met her sister and her sister's husband, and they're rad, and then their kid.
So are your kids gonna come out with tattoos?
I mean, if that is possible, they probably would. But no, they're not. I don't even want my kids to have tattoos, I don't think.
What?
I want my kids to do whatever they want, actually.
They can do whatever the fuck they want.
If they don't want tattoos, I would prefer that, though.
So, are you guys on the family plan, or are you guys still, like, pursuing careers hard?
Maybe family 3 years, something like that. I'll start working on that.
I'll hold you to this podcast.
All right, 3 years. We'll talk.
So we got the model, actress, whatever. Are you planning to go into acting or go into whatever? Are you gonna start slinging?
I'm gonna go into whatever. No, I'm like, I'm gonna DJ for Porcelain for tour for like her live performances. I'll be her DJ, and then I'm just working on like my DJ stuff, and then me and Ryan, that also works here at Factory 413. He and I are going into a little joint venture clothing brand we're going to start working on. Just some ideas we had. And basically that's it right now. I don't have any other plans. I just want to do fashion more than anything. So
do you have, after like, you know, being thrown into the whole fashion barrel model, what is the aspect that you enjoy the most? Is it the photography?
The clothes.
The clothes.
I love clothes.
Are you a big clothes hoarder?
No, I don't even have like a lot of clothes. I just like love clothes. A lot of it's like way too expensive. Like, I'm not trying to spend like $1,000 on a pair of underwear, you know, like, but like, I mean, some of that stuff's like insane. Balmain prices are like.
So when you got into fashion, what was the thing that tripped you out the most? Was it like the runway shows, the styling, the fuss over what?
Oh, the fuss over runway shows. You show up at a show Okay, so let's say I walk Roberto Cavalli in Milan. Let's say our show's at 8 p.m. or whatever time they want to say, because they're not on the 8 p.m. thing. So we're there at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. You're there for like hours and hours, and you're just sitting there doing hair and makeup, doing nothing. All this, chilling, everything's cool, eating all this great food that's catered and stuff, and then like 20 minutes before showtime, everyone gets an attitude and everyone starts freaking out and everything's like hectic and bullshit and crazy.
So would you say
and
the
it's
runway
like-
show is like 20 minutes before the show is rougher than a jailhouse riot, or like
No, not at all, but it's like maybe in the fashion world it's like the equivalent, because it's like insane. Like you're there chilling and then 20 minutes before the show everyone freaks out, and then the show's like nothing. Everyone's like, oh my god, it's time to go, and then you like walk out and walk back and it's over.
So
And it's
like, were you ever like afraid?
Yeah, I was terrified. I was terrified of the whole thing, modeling in general. The first photo shoot, I was like super stiff and awkward and mad nervous, and like the photographer was like a test shoot. The photographer had to like teach me how to model. He was like rad. And so like that was it. And then after that I was just kind of like in it and it's all good. But my first runway show, I was so terrified. I was like, oh, I was gonna have a heart attack. It was for Bess, actually.
Bess
my
is
first...
cool. I love
yeah,
I have
and
their
like
boots.
they had like a little like homemade runway that was like, I don't know, maybe like 18 feet long, and like it was in the Best store, and like it wasn't like huge crazy, and I was dying. I like got drunk beforehand.
So would you say you're a shy guy?
I would say when I started I was a shy guy. And I can be shy like when it comes to like people situations, but like now when it comes to like modeling, like I've done everything. They put me in a dress. I've done nude photo shoots. Like I just like
So
that
like
stuff doesn't matter.
your Twinkie's out there?
It's out there
We can see your Twinkie
somewhere.
if we Google.
unfortunately.
It's crazy.
I shot for Ryan McGinley. You know, he shoots everybody nude. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like going into the museum Whitney and all that
Yeah,
shit,
he's like a rock star of photography. He's
so
like
you
huge.
can't poo poo
No.
Ryan McGinley.
No, not at all.
So who's your favorite photographer? Maybe the one that you worked with, not worked with.
I don't know. I think Heidi Slimane is. Or is it Hedy Slimane? I don't want to say the wrong way.
Heidi Slimane.
Yeah, I think he's dope. I think like his whole
He's
thing
a sick
is dope.
photographer.
I think Ryan McGinley's awesome. I really like what he does. Like he is like a rock star of photography because of he's a rock star of photography. And then of course like Terry Richardson.
Yeah.
Before I was in fashion, I knew who Terry Richardson was.
Oh my god!
Like
one of my favorite Tumblrs is old Terry Richardson, and it just shows every like most fucked up photo of Terry Richardson, like all the old stuff where he was getting his dick sucked and the
like
hookers and like
just
his balls out all the time and just like nar and like cum all over everyone's faces, and it's like, you know, I don't know if it was like a few years ago and he finally like got some heat over, you know, girls being like, I felt like I was put in a bad situation, and it's like so obvious that it was happening because that was his MO.
Yeah.
How do you feel? How do you feel about the weird situation?
The weird situation for him?
No, like, have you been in any weird situations?
I haven't been in any weird situations. I've heard about weird situations. Like, I feel like with weird situations, it's all about the energy you bring to a person, whether they're gonna try you in a weird way or not.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not one of those kids that's like 16 years old, that's a model, that doesn't know what's going on in the world. I'm like 26 years old. I'm like a grown man. I've dealt with like life. So like when it comes to that, like nobody's tried me with anything crazy. Like
that's cool.
So
California, LA, are you one of these I hate LA, I love New York people?
I love New York. Like I love New York. But like, LA's growing on me. I just like, I don't have a license. I don't have a car. It's like terrible to get around.
So you're like 15 here.
Yeah, I'm like 15 years old here. I don't have my medical card. I have to like buy weed illegally still. Like, but I like it because it's not the crazy grind that New York is, and as soon as you step out your door, like, you're in this mess of like madness. Like, so here you get to chill.
Give me like the, like, what is this Porcelain Black and Bradley's household like? Is it like, are we Leave It to Beaver, or
you're kind of like a Leave It to Beaver. Like, we do a lot of chilling and like watching TV shows. A lot of E! Network is on at the house. Not for me, but there's just like we like chill at home, like cook, clean, hang out. We don't go out much. We're like really stay at home, have friends over.
Are you obsessed with each other?
A little bit. Obsession.
Are you gonna get a Porcelain Black tattoo?
I already have Porcelain Black tattoo.
Where?
I've got it on my thumb.
On your
PB,
thumb.
And then she has, I want to say on like this finger or this finger, she has BS. Bradley Soileau or bullshit, whatever.
So what else? I think I'm not. So you guys just hang at home, LA style. No big parties. No like.
No.
And the big plan is a clothing line and some DJing.
Yeah.
Do we have a name for the clothing line yet?
No.
We're still hatching out.
No, we have a name, but not for anyone to hear because it's really rad. So
it's like undercover.
Yeah. It's not
undercover
going to be heard until.
So if people want to get more information on you, where can they hit up?
Twitter. My Twitter handle is DEFFF666. The same with Instagram. Or like my Tumblr is 666fffed.tumblr.com.
What is this?
Def is like my DJ producer name, like DEFFF, and then F is the sixth letter in the alphabet, and then like everyone gets all uptight when you say 666, so it's just funny.
There you go. So hit him up, tweet him, Instagram him.
Yeah.
And it was good talking to you.
Likewise.
Model, actress, whatever. I'm Cece Sheffield. Later.
Bradley Soileau. Later.
Hey, Bradley Soileau.
Thank you for joining me for Model, Actress, Whatever. We had our first model. He was a male model. Fuck. I don't know what to say at the end of these interviews. Maybe I'll figure it out once I do 100. I'm having a lot of fun finding people to interview and different topics to talk about. So I hope we are all learning and growing. Please visit CC Sheffield, my MySpace, my Facebook, my Twitter, and yeah, Model, Actress, Whatever.
It's also sugarless. Hook away.